Lincoln Live, named Best High School Newscast in the Ohio Valley region by the National Academy of Television Arts and Sciences. Live from Gahanna Lincoln High School's TV studio, this is Lincoln Live. With DeAndre Person and Caleb Feaster. You're watching Lincoln Live.
Good morning, Lincoln. I'm Caleb Feaster.
And I'm DeAndre Person.
How are you doing today?
I'm in a joking mood.
Here we go. What is it today?
What do you call a piece of cheese that likes to shoot hoops?
What?
A Swiss.
Okay, that's actually a pretty good one. Anyway, on to the real basketball news.
The boys basketball team extends their win after the game last night against Walnut Ridge.
The Lions had a good start, finishing the first half 35-26. But after halftime, they stepped on the gas and extended the lead to finish the game 77-56.
The leading scorers last night were Sean Jones with 23, Javen Simmons with 16, and Josh Whiteside with 8. Here's Cameron Johnson to tell us more.
We started off strong. We had a strong first quarter. And second quarter, it's always kind of like every game we fall apart, but we kind of second half team, so halftime, we got in our locker room, said what we needed to say, came out third and fourth quarter and bounced back and got the dub.
They are back in action tomorrow night at Westland. Good luck, guys. The JV boys basketball team is also celebrating a big win. At the half, they led 35-19. Coming back into the second half, they raised the score, winning 68-31. Leading scorers for the Lions were Kevin Reynolds with 15 points, Musa Sadim and Nas Turner with 9 points, and Eli King with 6. Congrats on your win. Good luck, Lions, as they play again tomorrow at Westland at 6.
Do you hear that?
No, what is it?
It sounds like rock? No, it's a new group series on the horizon.
Oh, that's right. Today's the first episode of a new series called AC/DC News.
We will get the latest information in sports, entertainment, national, and world news.
Let's see what they have in store for us today.
In music and entertainment news, the Grammys have been postponed. Originally going to be held on January 31st, the Grammys have been postponed due to the new Omicron variant. The new date for the Grammys will be April 3rd, held in Las Vegas.
In sports news, the NFL is moving on today to the divisional round after Matt Stafford and the LA Rams beat the St. Louis Cardinals 34-11. Key games this weekend include Bills Chiefs, Packers 49ers, Bucks Rams, and the Bengals and Titans.
In world news, New York and San Francisco have held visuals for Michelle Go, an Asian woman who was pushed in front of a subway. The murder of Michelle Go has called attention to the rise in anti-Asian American sentiment. However, these two cities coming together show that empathy is still possible.
In news around the globe, international airports have canceled flights to the U.S. in their fear of 5G. Also, a volcano near Tonga has erupted and has caused major tidal waves in and near the country.
Thanks, guys. As Gahannathon is quickly approaching, so are the annual Coin Wars. For the past few years, the Student Council has been working hard to plan this exciting event. The competition will begin on the 31st and last through February 4th, so start collecting your loose change. We caught up with Nora Butter with more information on the fundraiser.
Coin Wars is coming up pretty soon, and it's our annual winter homeroom competition. All of the proceeds are going to go to Gahannathon, which funds pediatric cancer research. All you have to do is bring in any loose change and put it into the plastic jugs that your homeroom teacher is going to have. And the winning homerooms will get a donut party.
Thanks, Nora. Are you a boy interested in playing tennis for the 2022 spring season? If you are, there will be an informational meeting at J385 on Monday, January 31st. If you cannot attend the meeting or have any questions, see Mr. Swinnen in J385. Also, class schedules for the 2022-2023 school year are due tomorrow, so make sure you get them in.
Our English department conducted an audit last year.
The audit was an internal examination of the literature being taught in our English classes to see if the works are reflective of our diverse student population.
Why is this so important?
Delina Hongview Lee from the Intro to Broadcast Journalism class takes us to one English class to find that answer.
Here's Delina.
Here at Lincoln, we base our school spirit on the acronym PRIDE. The D in PRIDE stands for diversity, which is a notion that English classes here are trying to represent. In particular, The Honors English 10 classes are discussing diversity through reading Harper Lee's To Kill a Mockingbird, a classic novel that contains heavy topics such as racism and discrimination.
We've just wrapped up a unit on To Kill a Mockingbird that piggybacked off of a summer read called Just Mercy. So we're kind of piecing those two items together that both deal with race in the justice system.
With such subjects, the English teachers at Lincoln have to handle these topics with sensitivity while also not trying to shield their students from the realities of racism. A complex tightrope to balance on.
Conversation of racism in class is being handled very well. The books that we are reading this year do cover topics of racism, which helps to encourage those what can sometimes be uncomfortable conversations.
It's a very difficult conversation to have, especially with what's happened in the last year with the murder of George Floyd and the protests that have been going on.
And with the more modern events in the past year, teaching a classic like To Kill a Mockingbird has to be more inclusive and open-minded. The English teachers are taking this as an opportunity to have more engaging conversations with their students that extend past metaphors or grammar.
It's definitely more exploratory and kids can bring their own experiences. Some stuff comes from APUSH when they think about the historical stuff, some comes from personal experience. And when we give that freedom of conversation, particularly in book clubs, we can have a more authentic conversation about the book.
Our teacher is making sure to educate us on microaggressions.
The Honors English 10 classes are trying to actively incorporate ideas of social justice into their classrooms and also educate the next generation on viewing the world without prejudice. The importance of these lessons is immeasurable.
And I think it's important to bring subjects up like that to educate other students on the importance of studying racism and how far back it goes in our country.
And more than just in our country, reading books like To Kill a Mockingbird influence our classrooms as well. With such a diverse population at Lincoln, the Honors English 10 teachers are prioritizing representation in their lessons.
At Firehouse or out on the street when there's a class change, and you just watch the diversity of our student body as they change classes. We absolutely have to have diverse voices, diverse characters that match the faces that we see in our classes.
Reading books like Mockingbird are important to our community to inspire conversations that may be uncomfortable, but hold more significance than controversy. This is Delina Hongvilai for Lincoln Live.
Thanks, Delina. Well, that's about all we have for you today, Lincoln.
But before we go, we want to show you a sneak peek of the Black Box Show, The Laramie Project, which opens at 7 tonight.
All 3 nights are now sold out, so tickets are no longer available and cannot be purchased at the door.
We also just wanted to let you know that all winter athletes that are attending the Winter Sports Leadership Conference with Roy Hall in the gym need to check in with their third period teacher first before heading down. Well, that's all we have for you. Have a great day, Lincoln, and we'll see you again tomorrow.
Bye.
That evening, vigils were held in Laramie, Fort Collins, and Colorado Springs. Soon after, vigils were also held in Chicago, San Francisco, Washington, D.C., Atlanta, Georgia, Nashville, Minneapolis, and Portland, Maine, among others. In Los Angeles, 5,000 people gathered, and in New York City, a political rally ended with civil disobedience and hundreds of arrests. And the Poudre Valley Hospital website received close to 1 million visitors from across the country and around the world, all expressing hope for Matthew's speedy recovery. Matthew Shepard Medical Update, 9 a.m. Sunday, October 11th.